Ghost of Yōtei is finally out, and the reaction is all over the damn place. Some say it's the best samurai epic since Ghost of Tsushima. Others say it's a political statement disguised as a game. And to be honest with you, I'm personally leaning more to the latter, which compresses the other thing that actually matters more. The story, the gameplay, the characters. Because Ghost of Yōtei isn't just a game. It's a symptom of where this industry's at. On the surface, it's stunning. Snow, atmosphere, cinematic presentation. Everything screams AAA excellence. But just one layer deeper and you hit politics, PR, and a creative team that seems more focused on the headlines than the story. Let's start with the obvious, the casting decision that's been dividing fans since day one. The studio chose an actress who's become better known for her activism than her acting. And when you make that your headline, the story you're trying to tell gets lost. I don't care what someone believes. Activism, ideology, it is whatever. Everyone's entitled to their views. But when those views dominate the narrative, the art stops breathing. Art can't survive when it's constantly fighting to separate itself from the artist's personal crusade. And that's what's happening here, and it's killing the immersion. It is a distraction, plain and simple, and no amount of snow effects or flute music can bury that. Online, there's a swirl of speculation about who might have fit the role better. Some fans on Reddit and X have been tossing around big names from other action shows as dream picks, claiming the studio passed up stronger talent for someone more politically marketable. None of that's confirmed, but the conversation is real, and it says a lot about how audiences feel right now. What was once just fan casting has turned into ammunition in the broader culture war narrative surrounding Ghost of Yōtei. Yet, even with all that noise, the game's selling. The controversy hasn't slowed it down much, if anything. It's given it more visibility than any marketing campaign ever could. Now, let's talk visuals. Trailers promised cinematic brilliance. Those wide Hokkaido snowscapes, the breathtaking atmosphere, the realism of wind and blade. But the reality? Uneven. The lighting fluctuates between striking and flat. Animations stiffen mid-motion. Snow physics look like a PS4 remaster at times. And sure, there are flashes of brilliance. The kind of shots that make you stop and screenshot. But then you move again, and it's gone. Even The Guardian called it deliciously brutal and stunningly beautiful. But in the same breath, admitted it is inconsistent. That's not good enough for a game trying to wear Tsushima's crown. Since launch, Yotei has been both praised and pummeled. Critics love the tone and brutality. Players hate the bugs, crashes, and day one patch fatigue. And everyone's arguing about its politics. Games Radar even clocked the patch at 883 words worth of fixes. That's not refinement. That is emergency surgery. And the sad part? That's what people remember. Not the swordplay, not the music, but the drama. This was supposed to be the evolution of Tsushima. A bolder, colder, more spiritual samurai experience. But instead, it feels like a team that second-guessed itself at every turn. The pacing drags. the open world repeats. The story, when it hits hard, but too rarely. Critics have called it beautiful but derivative. Fans call it a theme park version of Tsushima. And they are right. It is pretty, but it is hollow. And then there's the cherry on top. The claims of review censorship. Players on X are saying their negative Google reviews are disappearing. Whether that's true or not, it's another layer of distrust added to an already volatile release. One viral post even claimed their review was taken down after criticizing the lead's performance. No proof, no confirmation, but the fact people believe it's happening is enough to make this game feel radioactive. Here's the reality check. Some controversy is real. Staff firings, pre-order cancellations, polarized fan bases. Some reviews have been removed, but not in any coordinated, verifiable way. And there's zero proof of mass censorship by Google or the studio. What is real is the atmosphere of suspicion. Once gamers think a narrative is being controlled, trust collapses. You don't need proof, you just need the feeling that something's off. When people believe they're being silenced, they disengage emotionally. And when that happens, no patch or PR campaign can save you. Ghost of Yōtei stopped being a samurai story. It became a referendum on modern gaming culture. That is not legacy. That is burnout disguised as discourse. Ghost of Yōtei could have been legendary. It could have been the quiet, poetic evolution of samurai storytelling that Tsushima set the stage for. Instead, it's a headline, a debate topic, a game fighting its own shadow. Maybe the patches will clean it up. Maybe time will soften the edges. But one thing's for sure. Right now, Ghost of Yōtei feels like a masterpiece buried under messaging. We don't need another game built to make a statement. We need one brave enough to make us feel again.